Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's checking crack. Jump. Check.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Golden Eagles 7, Blues nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Out to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
I'm coming after you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Golden Eagles 7, Blues nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Blues are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Finding room to the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
10 yards. And the Mexico City 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Golden Eagles have moved out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Mostert now to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Jim.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the 1st half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Second down and goal. Jackson buying time to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab. And the Blues are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 27-yard line.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now back to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We got this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Golden Eagles 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Hands it off out of the gun. Room here to run. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown! A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Golden Eagles have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Score Golden Eagles 24, Blues 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 46 yards. And the Blues have yet again retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 126 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Good tackle by Brandon Stevens. A gain of 19 yards. And a Mexico City first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this time he'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there for Chicago.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Out. Press up. Check 13.
Jackson rolling to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Jackson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Blues are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jackson on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught right side by Anderson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 39, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even...
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Blues are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Finds a seam inside the 40. And touchdown! A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Golden Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next.